What if I told you that you could replace the old WordPress admin dashboard by a beautiful and modern user interface, plus media folders, plus image editor, content folders, menu editor, and much, much more?
Would you believe me?
Hello, I'm your host Casino from Casino.com. I'm the digital alchemist, and in this video, I'm going to share with you the ultimate tool for customizing the WordPress admin dashboard, whether it is for your own projects or for your clients. Now, to be honest, it's been a while I haven't been so excited about a plugin.
Want to know why?
Okay, so this is the plugin we're going to review today, and it starts with Supercharge Your WordPress Dashboard. As you can see, the interface is really clean. Now, the plugin is called Admin 2020, and the first sentence here in the features page says more than an admin theme. And I must say, I must agree. So let's take a look. So this is the old WordPress dashboard that you're probably used to. And this is how it looks with Admin 2020. And as you can see, it's really clean and minimal, and it makes you look professional at first glance. So let's take a look at all the bells and whistles. So first of all, let's go to settings and then admin 2020. And as you can see, we have a few settings here. So first of all, we can change the appearance. We get the admin logo that I added. So as you can see, if I take a look at WordPress, this is how it looks. So there's the WordPress logo, and it doesn't really look like it's your own. Now, I've already covered that in another video. I don't want to hide the fact that I'm using WordPress, because actually I'm quite proud I'm using WordPress. Well, what I'm trying to say is that sometimes it's better to customize the experience for your clients. So there are lots of ways to do that, but one of the first ways is to change the logo. So you can change the logo. You also have the optional logo for dark mode. So let me show you. If I go here, I can switch on the dark mode, which is something I actually love very much. But for the sake of this video, I'm just going to switch back to the regular mode, which is also very beautiful. Next, we can change the login background image, and that's great because it means you can actually customize the login page for WordPress. So that's the image I picked, and you can see by default it changed also the login panel, so it looks really clean and it makes for a more customized experience. So back to our settings page, we can disable the admin 2020 styles on the plugins page. We can change the link colors. Next, we have some general features. I'm not going to go through all of them, but one feature that I like is that you can set the overview page as an admin home page. So instead of the regular dashboard, so this is what you get. You get a total posts, total pages, total comments, most commented posts, system info, and so on. Now, you can tweak all these. You can also change options about whether or not you want to use the default media gallery, but I would advise you use the media gallery from admin 2020, and you get a bunch of different options. You can also change how the admin bar is shown. So do you want to show the screen option? Do you want to disable quick actions, and so on? You can also decide to load the style from admin 2020 on the front end in the admin bar, like this, for example. So as you can see, the admin bar is now white. If we had toggled the dark mode, it would be dark, and then we have some of the options here, but we could tweak it in the settings. Next, we can change the settings for the user flyout menu, and the flyout menu is that menu here. So we can say whether we want to show the view website link, whether we want to hide the profile links, and so on. There's a demo mode, so if you just go to the admin 2020 website, I put a link in the description, you can actually check the demo mode and see for yourself. Next, we have the overview page. The overview page is what we saw previously, so you can just change whatever is in that front panel. You can enable or disable the content page, and I will show that in a moment. But the cherry on the cake is this. You can change the user menu. So for example, see all the navigation here on the left hand side. Well, when you hand over the website to a client, you don't want to show them all the features, because first of all, it's going to be overwhelming for them, and second, it's more opportunities to actually break the site. So what you can do is go to the section you want to remove. So for example, if I want to remove the Elementor section, I can just select for which role I want to hide that in the navigation. Now, of course, I would also hide it for the other roles, but just for the sake of this video, I just wanted to show you. So I created an editor account and I decided to hide that for the editor account. So the editor won't see Elementor, and the same thing for templates and a bunch of other things in the menu. So now I'm logged in as a client, and this is what the client will see because I decided to remove all the other items from the navigation. Okay, so I'm back with my own account, and as you can see, this is really, really handy. This is a feature that I'm going to use so much. Now, I wish it was a bit different because it can be quite hard to know for which role actually things are enabled or disabled. You need to click first and then see it. And I think it could be done in a different way. But still, that being said, this is a great, great feature within this plugin. Next, you can add Google Analytics to your dashboard and get great detailed reports. Now, I haven't done it here because it's a demo and basically there's no traffic, but if we take a look at the screenshot, this is what it looks like. So once again, really clean. This is the dark mode, but looks beautiful also in the regular mode. And you get all the statistics from the dashboard. So this is really handy if you want a client to see everything in one place. And back to the settings, you find an advanced section. So if you want to add custom CSS or custom JavaScript, you can do it here. But this is not the best part yet, so let me show you. And as it says on the features page, say hello to a new way to manage your digital assets in WordPress. So let me show you. Let's go back to the admin, and I clicked here on the left hand side where it says media. So this is our media library. So it's a bit different from what we are used to. First of all, you can filter per image, per video, audio, or PDFs. Well, I haven't any here, so I can't really show you. But basically, if you have this type of file tabs, you can filter it here. Next, when I click, it's a bit different. So as you can see, it doesn't open a full window. It's just like a modal window, like a pop-up, side pop-up. And from here, I can either decide to edit the image, which I'm going to show you in a moment, or I can toggle the meta if you want to add all the meta data. So the next feature I love is the fact that you can create folders. So you can organize the content. So as you can see here, there's an icon for a folder. So I can click and it says no folders yet. Why not create one? So I'm just going to create one, call it my folder. Very original, I know. So as you can see here, I got my folder, and if I click, well, there's nothing, of course. So let me go back to all, and now I can drag and drop elements in my folder. They still stay in the main library, but if I want to organize things, then it's really neat. And I can tell you how much I love that feature. Actually, I used to use dedicated plugins for that, but now it's built within Admin 2020. Now I know it's another plugin, but that plugin does many things. So I don't have to add like 5 or 6 different plugins. For example, I don't have to add a plugin to change the menu depending on the role. I don't have to add a plugin to edit the images, as you'll see in a moment. Well, there are many plugins in one. So I think it's a great, great addition. So you could organize your assets depending on the type of website you create. If it's an e-commerce website, you can create folders for your products and neatly organize all your digital assets. And if you've built any WordPress website with a lot of media assets before, you know how messy it can become. Okay, so as you can see, you can have folders, and actually you can create folders within folders. So let me click here on the gear icon, and I'm just going to add a new folder. Okay, and now if I click on the folder, it says Untitled folder here, and I can actually rename it. So my sub folder updates, and as you can see, it works fine. So great, great feature. The next thing you can do is you can change the way you show your assets. So let me go back to all, and I'm going to click here on the second icon, and now it's organized in a list, which can be handy, especially with subfolder features. Now I can go back to grid. I can also start searching media, but that you could already do before. But one thing I love is advanced filters. So I clicked here on advanced filter, and now I can order by date created with the oldest first or newest first, file size, upload date, so month, year, or the username. So if you know that it's specifically your account that added an asset and you don't know how it's called, well, you could search via your username. So that's pretty handy. Now, let me show you what I actually love about this plugin. So let me click on that image. And as you can see here, it says edit image. So let me click on edit image. And now let's start. The fun starts. So I can change it to grayscale. I can invert the colors. I can turn it to sepia. I can blur. I can sharpen. I can emboss, although I don't need that here. And it's hard to see because it's not really regular image. I can remove the white in the picture. As you can see, I can change the brightness of the image. I can add some noise for dramatic effects. I can pixelate. Why would you want to do that? Well, for comparison pictures, for example. I can add a color filter, change the threshold. So let's say I want to add some red color. I can change, let me remove that. So let me change this. I can add several colors and blend it all together. Now I can save it as it is or save it as a copy, and I can always go back by clicking on the reset button here. So let me click, and as you can see, we're back to normal. Now it's not finished. I can actually crop the image. So as you can see, I can crop it here, or I can choose custom sizes, so I can apply, but no panic, and can always go back. As I said, I can flip the image, so horizontally, vertically. I can rotate the image. I can draw, and that's pretty handy. For example, if you are editing your website on an iPad Pro with the Apple Pencil, for example, or on a Samsung Tab, well, any tablet with a pencil can be quite handy. Let me refresh. I can add some shapes. So let me add a triangle here, as you can see, and I can change the colors. Well, let me pick a different one. I can change the stroke. Okay. I can add some icons. Now, there aren't that many icons, but you can upload your own. So that's a pretty handy feature. So let me add this one. Actually, let me do that again. Okay. And once again, you can change the color here. Very handy. You can add some text and edit the text, change the colors, and you can add masks. Now, if you know anything about Photoshop, you know what a mask is. But if you don't, basically you can add an image that's going to help you to mask the rest of the image here. So you could have a shape with transparency, and when you add it, it's going to hide parts of the image. So you can get really creative. Okay, so we could go back to the settings. So for example, if I save this one as a copy, I'm just going to save it. Okay, and now I have a new picture. So I could create a folder called edited pictures. So let me show you. Edit it. Okay, and now I can drag it here. So really handy if I just want to check all the edited images that I edited with this plugin. Well, that was a lot, but I truly love this feature. And if you've built website, you know how important that is. Next, introducing the content page. Bring together all your posts, pages, and custom post types onto one screen with advanced filters, folders, quick previews, and edits. So once again, let me show you. I clicked here on content, and this is what I get. So basically you get all the type of contents that you have on your website. Now you may say, well, what is there apart from pages and posts? Well, if you create custom post types, you can change that in the settings, but you need to activate it in the settings. In the admin 2020 settings that we saw previously. But there's no custom post type here, so it just shows pages and posts. So at a first glance, it shows everything, but I could decide to filter per post. And as you can see, I have no posts here. And if I click on page, I get all my pages here. So when I click on a page, I can actually delete it straight from here. Or if I just click here on the thumbnail, it shows me what's in the page, shows me a preview of what's in the page. And I can either edit. If I edit, it's going to take me to the edit page. I can duplicate, which is another feature that's so handy because usually you need a plugin for that also. So one less plugin to add to your WordPress dashboard. Next, you can just review or preview the page. You can expand this panel or you can delete the page from here. So quite handy to have everything in this view. So just like for the media library, you can add folders. So I could create, for example, static pages. Okay, and then let me create a new one. Dynamic pages. And it's going to be handy to know which is which. So let's say this is a dynamic page. I can put it here. I got my contact page, which is a static page. So once you get a website with 100 pages, like you see here, it becomes really handy to go into your dynamic pages folder and just find your pages straight away. Now, just like for the media library, you can create subfolders. So you can add a subfolder. I've already shown it to you with the media library, so I ain't gonna do it here, but you get the idea. It's really, really, really practical. Now, it also shows the previously created folder. So for example, here we have a folder called edited, and this is the folder from the media library. Now, to be honest, I wish it was not like that. I wish we would only see the folders for the content pages, and in the media library, we would just see it for the media library. But it's actually quite easy to do because you could create a main folder called media assets, and then with the subfolders. Or the other thing you could do is just to add a prefix. When it's content, you add CO, and when it's media, you add ME or something like that. But sky's the limit. You just have all the options. Now you can also have the list view, so really clean list view, or go back to the grid view. And just like for the media library, you can order by date created, by status. You can decide whether you want to see drafts, pending, reviews, private, published, and so on. Filter by date, month, year, or by username. Once again, really handy if you know that you have an intern that created a page and you just want to see what he did. You can filter it like that. So really handy feature, and I can't stress this enough. Yes, it's one more plugin to change the admin theme, but like it says on the website, and they delivered on the promise, it's much more than just a visual difference in the admin dashboard. It actually brings a lot of cool features. So as you can tell by now, I'm really excited about this plugin. And this is a sum up of all the features. So a modern dashboard, and I definitely agree with that. Brand new ways to search. And we've just seen that with all the ways you can search in the media library, the content, the new content section. Blazing quick media library, yes. Media folders, this is something I actually love. The full featured image editor. Now, I prefer to do things within Affinity Photo or Photoshop, but I can definitely see myself creating stuff on the fly, especially let's say you're in a hurry, just want to change one thing, and you can do it straight from the media library and save a copy. So you're not going to lose all your work. You can just add additional images. Dark mode and night mode, I think this is great, and it's really a modern feature. We see that in operating systems, on websites, so really handy. Cherry on the cake, it's white labeled, so you can actually hide the fact that it's admin 2020 if you want to. You can add custom CSS and JavaScript. You get the menu control, another crucial feature, especially if you do this for a living, and when you hand over websites to client, you want to control what they have access to. Google Analytics integration, and cherry on the cake, the distraction-free interface. So how much does it cost? Well, for one website, it's $20 per year. For the agency plan, it's $80, and with this plan, you have unlimited websites, you have 1 year of support, and if you want the lifetime deal, it's $140. Now, if I have a good advice, it's just run and grab this deal before it's gone, because I saw on their website that they have a few licenses left. I don't know if they're going to renew that or not, but if I was you, I would get it, because you never know. I used to tell that for other plans, for other brands, where I told you guys you should get it, and then the price tripled or quadrupled or even more. And even at those prices, there's still good deals, but this is really a steal. So if I were you, I would get it. Now, a quick look at the frequently asked questions. Is there a demo? Yes. So you will find the link to the main website in the description of this video, and you can click on the link to the demo. Next, will this work with my plugins? Well, it works with most of the plugins I use, but if it doesn't, you can actually shoot them an email, and like they say, we can't test them all, but if you want us to test a particular setup, shoot us a message and we will let you know. Next, are updates included? So long as you have a valid license, you will continue to receive updates, but that's the usual stuff. Will this affect site speed? Admin 2020 doesn't actually load on the front end, so it doesn't affect performance at all. On the back end, there is a slight speed decrease on some pages, but we're talking about milliseconds, and you would never notice unless you were timing it. Next, is it a subscription? The yearly plans are not subscription, and you won't be automatically charged again. If you wish to continue using Admin 2020 after a year, then you can renew your license. Can I upgrade? You can upgrade anytime. Just message us so we can provide a link for you to upgrade, minus the cost of your first purchase, which is nice. Can I refund? Well, Admin 2020 comes with a 14-day money-back guarantee. So if you no longer wish to use the plugin in that time, we can process a refund for you, no problem. So I hope that you are as excited as I am, and I hope you got value out of this video. And if you did, please give this video a thumbs up, as it really helps growing the channel. And talking about that, if you want more of these type of videos, as well as tutorials, but also tips about freelancing and basically your dose of digital alchemy, make sure you subscribe and smash the notification bell so that you don't miss anything. Oh, and by the way, if you want to create a beautiful brand identity for yourself or for your clients, I got a brand identity guidelines template that you can download on my website for free. Initially, it was made for Affinity Designer, but you can use it with Adobe Illustrator with a workaround. So if you're interested, just go to casino.com/branding. So that's it for this video. I hope to see you in the next one. And in the meantime, don't forget to invest
In your success.